A young man came to my clinic a week ago. He wanted to know if he has the risks of developing diabetes. His father is diabetic, two of his brothers are diabetic. So he's so concerned that he wanted me to assess if he has the risks of developing diabetes. There's a scoring system that was developed by the International Diabetes Federation, and I used that scoring system to let him know that he has high risks of developing diabetes. I want to discuss that scoring system with you so that if you are concerned that maybe you have risks of developing diabetes, you will be well informed today. Item 1 in the scoring system is the age. If you are less than 45 years old, your score is 0. If you are between 45 to 54, your score is 2. If you are between 55 to 64, your score is 3. If you are more than 65 years old, your score is 4. So that's the first item. The second item on the list is your body mass index. Body mass index is used to assess if you have normal weight or you're overweight or you have obesity. Normal weight are those who have a BMI of 18.5 to 24.9. If you're overweight, you have a BMI of 25 to 29.9. If you have obesity, you have a BMI of 30 and above. BMI is one of the scoring systems. So how do you know your BMI? Let me give you an example. Assuming your weight is 100 kg and your height is 1.7. BMI is calculated based on your weight in kg and your height in meters square. So if your weight is 100 kg, that will be 100 divided by 1.7 times 1.7, since we say it's square. And that will give you 100 divided by 2.89. That will be 34.6. And 34.6, based on what I said, is obesity. So if your score is less than 25, score yourself 0. If it is between 25 to 30, your score is 1. If it is 30 and above, your score is 3. The next item in the scoring system is your waist circumference. If you measure your waist circumference in centimeters, for men, if your waist circumference is less than 94, your score is 0. If your waist circumference is between 94 to 102, your score is 3. If your waist circumference is more than 102 centimeters, your score is 4. For women, if your waist circumference is less than 80, your score is 0. If it is between 80 to 88, your score is 3. If it is more than 88, your score is 4. Hope you're following me. It is important that if you want to calculate your risks, please get a pen and a paper so that you follow these steps, and at the end you add up all the score that you have. Next item on the scoring system is exercise. If you engage in regular exercise 30 minutes a day at least 5 times a week, your score is 0. If you do not engage in exercise at all or not up to that extent, your score is 2. If you eat vegetables often, your score is 0. If you do not eat vegetables often, your score is 2. If you are hypertensive, your score is 2. But if you are not hypertensive and you have never been on any antihypertensive, your score is 0. If you have had high blood sugar in the past, whether during pregnancy or during sickness, your score is 5. If you have never had any high blood sugar in the past before, your score is 0. If you do not have family history of diabetes, your score is 0. But if you have family history of diabetes, if it is in your grandparents, your aunts, your uncle, your score is 3. But if the family history of diabetes is in your parents or your brothers and sisters, your score is 5. So this is the scoring system. I hope you followed me with your pen and paper. So after that, you calculate the total. If your total is less than 7, you have low risk of developing diabetes. If your total is between 7 to 11, you have slightly elevated risk of developing diabetes. If your total is between 12 to 14, you have moderate risk. That means you are in the middle. If it is between 15 to 20, you have high risk. If it is more than 20, you have very high risk of developing diabetes. It is important that whosoever you are, you calculate your risk of developing diabetes. Is very paramount, no matter how old you are, so that you know where you are and you take the necessary steps. If you have a score of 15 and above, you need to see a doctor, particularly endocrinologist, so that he will guide you on ways to prevent yourself from developing diabetes. So write in the comment section below, what is your score?